This organism can survive radiation that would kill a human instantly, and it's not science fiction. Welcome to ThinkVerse-out, where we break myths and explain how things really work. Today, we're talking about a creature that's been nicknamed Conan the Bacterium. It's often said that this life form, Deinococcus radiodurans, is indestructible. You'll see headlines claiming it can survive a nuclear blast, that nothing can destroy it, and that it's the toughest organism on Earth. It's been found in some of the most extreme environments you can imagine, from the irradiated cores of nuclear reactors to the barren deserts of Antarctica. People talk about it like it's a tiny, single-celled superhero, impervious to all harm. The legend says that you can blast it with radiation, freeze it, dry it out, and it just shrugs it all off without a scratch. This idea of an indestructible life form is fascinating, but it paints a picture of a creature wearing biological armor, deflecting every threat. It makes it sound like nothing can actually hurt it. That sounds impressive. But it's not the full truth. The story of this incredible bacterium is far more interesting than just being unbreakable. The reality is that Deinococcus radiodurans is not indestructible at all. In fact, it gets damaged just like any other living thing. What makes it so special is that it is incredibly, almost unbelievably, good at repairing itself. Let's talk about that radiation. When a high dose of radiation hits a living cell, it acts like a microscopic shotgun blast. For most organisms, including us, this radiation shatters our DNA. Imagine taking a book and ripping its pages into thousands of tiny, unreadable pieces. That's what happens to the genetic code. The instructions for life are destroyed, and the cell quickly dies. This is why high doses of radiation are lethal. But for Deinococcus radiodurans, this is just another Tuesday. When its DNA gets shattered into hundreds of fragments, it doesn't die. Instead, it calmly begins a remarkable process of reassembly. It gathers up all the broken pieces of its genetic code and, with astonishing precision, stitches them back together perfectly. It's like taking those thousands of shredded book pieces and reassembling them into a flawless, readable book without a single word out of place. So, here's the key takeaway. It doesn't resist the damage it survives by fixing it. The radiation does tear it apart. It just has an unparalleled ability to put itself back together again. Now here's the part scientists still find shocking. How does it actually do this? What's the secret behind this phenomenal repair mechanism? It's not just one thing. It's a whole suite of biological tools working in perfect harmony. First, it has incredibly powerful DNA repair enzymes. Think of these as a team of highly skilled microscopic surgeons that specialize in genetic reconstruction. They work faster and more efficiently than the repair enzymes found in almost any other organism. Second, it doesn't just have one copy of its genome. It has multiple copies. This is a game changer. Having several copies of its DNA is like having multiple backup files for a critical document. If one copy gets completely mangled by radiation, the cell can use the other intact copies as a template to guide the repair process. This redundancy is a crucial part of its survival strategy. Its DNA repair system works like a biological backup drive, ensuring there's always a clean copy to restore from. Third, it produces special proteins that act like a protective shield around its DNA repair machinery. These proteins essentially guard the surgeons while they work, preventing them from being damaged by the same radiation they're trying to fix. And finally, the speed of this process is mind-boggling. Within just a few hours, a cell that was genetically obliterated can have its entire genome perfectly restored and be ready to divide and reproduce as if nothing ever happened. It's a level of resilience that pushes the boundaries of what we thought was possible for life. But there's another myth we need to address. Many people think this organism only survives radiation because of its name, radiodurans, which means radiation surviving. The focus is always on this one superpower. But its toolkit for survival is much broader than that. The reality is, It survives multiple extremes. Deinococcus radiodurans is what scientists call a polyextremophile, meaning it can handle a whole menu of life-threatening conditions. It can withstand intense dehydration, losing almost all the water in its cell and turning into a dormant, glass-like state for years, only to rehydrate and come back to life. It can survive the freezing cold and vacuum of outer space, a fact confirmed by experiments on the International Space Station. It can also tolerate highly acidic environments that would dissolve other microbes. However, it's important to clarify that it's not invincible. It still needs nutrients and suitable conditions to grow and thrive. It can't live in lava or at the bottom of the sun. It's a survivor, but it's still a living organism with basic needs. It endures harsh conditions. It doesn't thrive in them. So, why do scientists care so much about this tiny bacterium? What can we learn from it? This organism is a goldmine for research. For one, it could revolutionize cancer radiation therapy. If we could understand and apply its DNA repair mechanisms, we might be able to protect healthy cells in patients undergoing radiation treatment, reducing the harmful side effects. It's also a perfect model for studying the fundamental processes of DNA repair, which has implications for aging and genetic diseases. By watching how it fixes its genes, we can learn more about how our own cells fail to do so. Of course, there's space biology. NASA is intensely interested in this bacterium because it shows that life might be able to survive the harsh radiation of interplanetary travel, a concept vital for the search for life on other planets like Mars, and for us. Understanding its long-term survival strategies could be key to developing technologies for preserving biological materials for extended periods. It's studied not for its strength, but for its resilience. In the end, Deinococcus radiodurans teaches us something incredibly important. Survival isn't about being unbreakable. It's not about building thicker walls or stronger armor. It's about how fast and how well you recover from the damage that will inevitably come. It's a lesson in resilience, not resistance. This humble bacterium shows us that true toughness lies in the ability to repair, to rebuild, and to carry on. So the real question isn't, how much damage can life survive? It's, how well can life repair itself? The answer to that question might just hold the key to our own future. Thanks for joining us on ThinkVerse-out. If you found this fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more myth-busting science. See you next time.